I determine if my team is not buying into vision? How do I know that? How do I figure that out? Let me give you some tips here. Number one, if they tell you, I know, hey, this is simple stuff, right? This is why I get all these simple, practical feedback and reviews, because it just is that simple. Look, I have these coaching sessions all day, every day, right? I'm meeting with people. I am meeting with your team members and they are telling me that they don't understand the vision. They're unclear. So ask them, hey, am I clear? Hey, tell me the vision in your own words. Hey, tell me where you think we are going in your own words. What would you say? So if they tell you that they do not know where we're going as an organization, take them at their word. Don't get mad. Don't get upset. Don't make a funny face. Just say, okay, all right. Well, what questions do you have? Let's clarify this. I want to make sure we are all on the same page and then move forward. It's not a big deal. It's not like a major failure. It's just, it is, right? So we need to communicate it better. Number two, if they are not taking action as fast as you would like. So if we lack clarity, I mentioned this earlier with your personal vision, if you're lacking clarity, you're lacking some definition, some handles around where it is you're trying to go, you're lacking focus, then that slows you down and you're not able to move as fast because there's other distractions. If the old saying, if you stand for nothing, you can fall for everything. That's just a matter of focus, right? If you are unclear on what you want, then anybody that has something that sounds interesting or intriguing can sidetrack you and take you away from what it is you should be doing. But if you're focused, when all of those different ideas and emails come in around, hey, I can help you out with this, or hey, I can do this for you, hey, I need your help with this, or whatever the case is, you can say, right now, I am focused in this particular area. Now, this one, I don't want you to get confused with maybe they're not moving as fast with the concept or the idea or the actions that they have to do are new. And so anytime we learn something new, there is that learning curve and it slows us down. So if you're maybe I'll tell you some of the organizations I work with, last year, 2021 was a huge initiative for revenues. Hey, we want to increase revenues by 20% year over year. And that's our focus. Focus. That's one direction. Well, then fast forward 2022, there's a new focus. And the focus is we want to get processes and procedures lined out, documented, ready to go, packaged up, because we have an opportunity for multi-site. And if we have multi-site, we have to be able to replicate what we're doing here, the success we're having here. Well, that's a totally different, that's a change, right? You have to give time for people to learn that new practice and the new ideas, concepts, and practices that you're asking them to do. But you have to differentiate between, do they just not understand what I'm telling them, like it's unclear, or are they just learning? And so you have to figure that out, and you can ask them, just ask them. Next, number three. And we're answering the question, how do I determine if they are not buying into the vision? Number three, they continue to behave counter to the vision. Now, this is, the other two were maybe unable, right? It's like they were unable to grasp the vision. And so we can give some grace for that, because that's just, I need to do more teaching. If they continue to act counter to the vision, this may be a willingness issue. And they may be saying, I don't like your vision. I'm not interested in your vision. I don't want to do your vision. I'm going to do what I think is important, which we would call insubordination, right? Many of us in leadership, and I know this from coaching leadership mastermind groups with a lot of executive leaders, where we kind of talk about, hey, what is going on? Where are the shortcomings? Where do I fall short as a leader? Many times, if you're falling short in delegating, it could be because you have a high level of responsibility. You take your responsibilities very seriously, and you take it all upon yourself. If a person isn't taking action, you say, well, it's because I didn't explain it well enough. It's because I need to do a better job explaining. I need to give them another chance. I'll explain it better, give another chance. Explain it better, give another chance. Let me tell you from personal experience, you can overdo this. I led an organization for a number of years. And for 3 years, I had a very visible leader in a position that was really, they were second to me in visibility within the organization as far as FaceTime with leadership teams and the whole 9 yards. They were right there with me in as much FaceTime as they got with the organization. Well, 3 years in, I just recognized that this was not working, and the vision that I was trying to roll out was not being executed on. So I had a meeting with the person. I remember it just like it was yesterday, having lunch with this individual and look at them. And I said, I'm gonna have to go a different direction. I'm going to take over all of your visible responsibilities. You're going to get a new role in the organization that's going to be more behind the scenes. And I'm doing this because I don't feel like you're executing on the vision in the organization as I would like you to. And the person responded and said, I have never been on board with your vision. Now, I was the senior leader in the organization. They said, I have never been on board with your vision in the organization. To which I responded by picking my jaw off the table, right? I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you'd be so brazen. And ultimately, due to that response, I had to let that person go. But the point that I'm trying to make here is there are some times where a person is outright going against your vision. And what is it when there's two visions? There's division, right? There are two visions in that organization, and then there's picking of teams, and then there's the organization going in two different directions, which is unhealthy, and it also is unproductive. So those are ways that you can determine, hey, does my team have vision buy-in? And I'm telling you those lessons because it shouldn't take you 3 years. It should be much faster than that. You should be able to determine if the person is catching the vision. Don't make the mistakes I did.